yeah, so the first take profit again is the safe take profit will be at 27 cents. The secondary take profit for Doge will be at 37 cents, and then followed by 46 cents. Now I am expecting the price to move all the way up to potentially 62 cents and even higher to 87 cents. That will be end of the year lah. Yeah, by end of the year. So generally, when I look at Doge like that, we should be looking at Bitcoin to also rise. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't think we can take positions at the bottom of the Bitcoin chart anymore. But it's also fine. At least to me, um, we those that are already buying, I think, or holding positions for the altcoins, I think it's not so bad lah. Okay, but still there's a small odds for Bitcoin to come lower, okay, or to fall lower because of this. It's not really oversold at the moment lah. Okay, and it's sitting on key level down here. Okay, so if it breaks below this level here, which is the 44 K, then we should see it drop to 40K. Okay, before any movement upwards or downwards. But yeah, I mean at the moment, because Bitcoin has been I think it did it did quite a deep retracement down here, okay, to this level here. I'm just gonna do the Fibonacci to see whether we kind of retrace already or not. It's not the best retracement because it's at 0.618, but it's, yeah, ideally I would personally I would prefer it to drop to 0.786 before we actually decide to move up lah. But 0.618, and it seems to be holding its position down here. Same pattern as the Dogecoin is creating a double bottom here. Okay, so you can see the W shape. Okay. More often than not, you will see a M shape and then a W shape lah. So something like that. Okay. But this M is not, this M shape not very nice lah. But still, it's a double bottom at this point to this point. So I would expect the market to go more bullish than bearish at the moment. But just to take note is that if the market break below this level here, it must break and close, okay, and then we are looking for the market to drop all the way here. So just an example of why I say the market must break and close is because now this is one of the chart we sent out to the Go members quite a while back. Okay, now the market actually, our buy entry was down here. Okay, yeah, because just now I clear the lines, so yeah, so the buy entry was down here. Okay, but it's very short term trade lah. So our buy entry was here. The market kind of started below. Okay, straight away hit stop loss. But I did tell the members not to exit because the market did not break and close below this stop loss. Unless it's break and close below the stop loss, then we look to exit. But if not, it should move up into positive take profit lah. Okay, or not, maybe it doesn't hit our take profit, may or may not hit the take profit, but it shouldn't immediately, like plunge down if it stays above the stop loss or above a certain level. So this was our key level down here where it acted as support, resistance, support, resistance, resistance, support, resistance, and then now new support level. So at this point here would have been another good buy, but we didn't want to also send it out because they already took positions down here, right? So if in any case the market decides to break and close below this level, then they're expecting more losses lah. So that's why we just held the position and we told the members to hold the position here. So anyway, we'll be expecting the market to go to $85 and then subsequently $90. Alright, so this is an example of why it's important to let the market break and close below the level before you make any final decisions on whether you want to buy or sell or stop loss. Yeah, unless the market like dip really jialat lah. Like example, your stop loss is here and then the market break all the way until here, but even down here I wouldn't exit immediately. I kind of want to find the structure level. Here is support, so I wouldn't expect to exit here because it is support level. So I would expect some sort of rejection here, then maybe at this point here I would exit. Okay, why? Because this is previous support level, right? So the market does this. Okay, this is, okay, wait, let me just highlight first. This is support, support, and now this is support, right? This was support, support, but when support breaks through, this becomes a resistance. So how the market will usually move is, example, this is the support line, right? Let's say this is the support line, right? There you got broken through. So this becomes a resistance. Okay. So now it's creating resistance, but this is the M shape I'm talking about, and then the W shape, right, which is the double bottom. Hence the reason why we are looking at this as a reversal up, because the market did not break through this. Now we cannot straight away assume and say, oh, upside. Now if you want, you can do kind of a predictive trading lah. So meaning to say that you do not trade through how the market move. That means you're projecting rather than what is it called again? Shit, I always use the term, but I suddenly go blank. That means you're not trading, predicting. You're not projecting your trades lah. You're only waiting for the market to move already, then you take the trade. So meaning to say that once the market break above and close above here, then you buy, right? But for some people like myself, I kind of like to maximize my risk to reward, so I always trade at the bottom here, then I put a stop loss underneath, okay, or I wait for, maybe I give it more allowance so that if the market drop lower, then after that I take profit on top here. Okay, but generally this is where I will take my take profit lah. Okay, now some of you might want to take profit here. It really depends on your trading style and how conservative you want to trade. But naturally, I would say that this is more of an upside at the moment, because the market, you can see, this is not very oversold lah. Here was oversold like crazy. So this point here is oversold. Here is not oversold, so it wouldn't be the best price to enter lah. But maybe on the daily time frame, yeah, it still seems like there is still potential for the market to go a bit lower lah. Okay, so unfortunately, I wouldn't take this trade lah. Yeah. Okay, I would still hold my positions for this. I although my biasness in terms of experience and seeing how the chart move, I would personally see this as more of a upside, but without proper confirmation, I wouldn't want to be taking this trade. So even if you want to use chart pattern, the only chart pattern I have would be this point here, would be the double bottom. But even at this point, the double bottom doesn't seem to be very solid. So we kind of want to see the market, how I want to trade this is only if the market does this. Okay, only if the market breaks above and closes above, probably the market will get rejected because of this area here, right? Previous support level, now turn resistance. So which is this level lah, somewhere around here. So the market could potentially go up here. Now only when the market pull back to this level here, then maybe I will enter a buy. Okay, but if not, I would just sit my ass off this chart for the time being lah. This is Bitcoin. Okay, wait, how many people do we have here now? Okay, not so much okay. Yeah, so by the way guys, if you wanna actually request for your trade, oh shit, sorry, my password is all open, holy shit. Yeah, for those of you who wants to actually request for a chart to be analyzed, go to chatting and then type in your chart here, okay, under the text channel chatting. Okay, so anyway, I'm doing crypto first, okay, because I think that's what everybody's all on about right now. Okay, I went through Doge already. If you guys missed it, it will be on the recorded session, which I'll post after this. Okay, let's look at ADA/USD. Okay, it comes with no surprise that I'm looking at this for it to go up now. There are a few reasons why. Okay, I mentioned this to the students or the people taking the course, but I'll just say it here as well, since it has to make sense to why I would consider a buy position here as well. Now there are two reasons why. Okay, one is if you do a Fibonacci retracement, you can see that the market retraced to 0.786, and it closed above this level. The market did not break and close below this level here. Okay, so this would have been a good buy position, and there's two reasons why. RSI never tests. You see, the moment it go for a high, right, so it got overbought and things like that, it did not actually pivot off the 50 range. Okay, that means it did not touch the 50 range yet. So now it's touching. The stochastics just crossover. Now the best time to actually buy is when it's like that, oversold, and then it crosses up. So this would be a best entry for a buy position. But in any case, it's over. Like here is overbought. Okay, here is overbought as well. You could have done some short trade, but like I say, this is not all there is to it, because if it's trading is just that simple, then a lot of people will reach already, but or very very profitable. But the idea is that knowing when it will actually impulse all the way down. So in this case here, you can see that this overbought position down here and down here, the market kind of went back up. Okay, and then this would have been a very short take profit level. Now the way to see it is, if I'm buying or I'm looking to sell this, okay, you might want to see whether it's creating a consolidation. So maybe on a 1 hour time frame or things like that, and then see whether it's consolidating. So on a daily time frame you cannot see, but on a monthly time frame you can actually see this movement here, which is a trend continuation pattern. Alright, so the market kind of did this movement. Okay, oops, did this movement, and then the market broke, retested, and then continue up. So my take profit for this would have been, this is 100%. Here we'll look at 100% up. Right, so this would have been my take profit. But when this is done, right, it's down here, because you see, you kind of need to see from not just one time frame perspective. You get your take profit here already, then you go back to your daily time frame and you see whether is it, or 4 hours time frame, and you see whether is it overbought at that point of time. Okay, so at this point of time, it's overbought. Okay, market did not actually break below, and then this is a very strong impulsive movement. So the idea is this, is that it broke above this, right? It kind of break past this level and close above this. So the market is creating new highs, new higher. So we want to see the market, reach out to another level here. So in this context, or in this case here, you go to a 1 hour time frame, and then you draw this pullback level. So this is a pullback, right? Okay, so do a Fibonacci retracement. Okay, you can see it retrace to 618 in this case. Then do a extension. Then you get yourself the exhaustion level, which is down here. Somewhere around this level here would be the blue zone for the Fibonacci extension, is usually where I take my second take profit. And most of my chart signals for stocks and things like that, okay, like for example, where's this? Okay, like example here, we usually do our second take profit near the blue zone, and then we don't aim for much higher. Now cryptocurrency tend to go higher than that. Okay, they tend to explode even higher than the blue zone here. But it also depends on where is your impulse and where is your extension levels placed at. Like here is after a continuation level already, so you don't expect the market to, from this point here, go all the way until here. Okay, you need to see a bigger picture. So anyway, in this case here, this would have been where I would target my exit positions. So I go to the daily time frame, and then I'll look at here to find overbought signal. So here is overbought. But I want to find Cloud Mirage, can you mute yourself first? Sorry, because it's, your background quite noisy. Thanks. So in this case here, there is overbought. Okay, the market here is overbought. The market crossover as well. This would have been a good sell position here. Now I wouldn't expect the market to go back up lah. Okay, but I would see the 1 hour time frame to see whether is it consolidating or things like that. So I think at that point down here, okay, this point here, this would have been the oversold position that we would have shorted the market or exited your positions. And then you see there's this reversal pattern as well. So this reversal pattern is falling wedge. Okay, it can be a continuation pattern, it can be a reversal pattern. So in this case here, this would have acted as a continuation pattern. So 100% here, or your first half of a pole lah, because there's a break here, right? Okay, and then your second half of the pole. Oops. Okay, so we would have taken, here would have been another entry for buy, and then this would have been a small take profit here. Okay, then the market consolidated again. So this would have been another overbought position, but here is oversold like crazy lah. So this would have been okay, it wasn't oversold like crazy, but it was oversold. Okay, this would have been another buy position, another confirmation for buy, besides the chart pattern here lah. Okay, so anyway, it consolidated at this point here, but the full pole of this is actually down here like that lah. Okay, if we don't consider this noise here, I believe we also kind of hit there, but personally I wouldn't have aimed for something so high lah. So just saying that this is how I would, the first half of the pole, and then this consolidated, right? So what I'll do here is do the consolidation as well. Okay, okay, so this is the first, this is the pole itself. Okay, so this would have been probably, we would have missed this. Okay, the take profit all the way up here, but then you would have gotten a sign that this is overbought. This is overbought like crazy. Okay, you can see the range is outside of the stochastics and RSI range. Okay, this is a common overbought level. So if you actually draw a line here, you can see your common overbought level is here. Like the market here overbought, then it started going down. Overbought here, started going down a little bit here. Okay, went down a little bit only. Okay, but here seems to be like the highest point already lah. So overbought here, stochastics overbought, so this would have been a sell, a short position or exit. Okay, and then we see how it goes, and in this case here it created another consolidation. Okay, so personally I would still do the same chart pattern. Okay, but this time around you can see the chart pattern is not it's not a falling wedge anymore. It's not the same here, because this one you can see is squeezing a little bit diagonal, but this one is one straight line like that. Okay, so it's not a falling wedge in this case here. This is a channel. Okay, so this part here, when it broke past, I would probably have considered some buy positions, but going to daily time frame first to see whether it makes sense to buy or not. Okay, so actually in this case daily time frame actually would have voided this lah. The idea is that this whole area here that's overbought, the market kind of go into range here. Okay, so we are looking to move back into the RSI range, which is this purple box here. Okay, so this would have been probably not, there won't be any buy entries here anymore already. Okay, I think even in the group chat I actually sent out to exit ADA at this price point. Okay, I'm not sure who I remember lah, but I know some of you did follow lah. So here would have been a good exit. Okay, I think the best price was down here lah. Okay, and this was our initial take profit from I think May or something like that. Okay, so anyway, market went down, it did a retracement, a very deep pullback, right? So now we just focus on this part here. Okay, I'm going to remove all the drawings. Okay, cannot all because I'm still using some. Never mind. Okay, so the retracement is down here, so you want to do the where your impulse started from. So my impulse started from here. I do a Fibonacci retracement here. We kind of pull back to this level here. Okay, and you can see the market pull back to 618, close above 618, which is also closing above this point here. Right. So anyway, then I'll do extension. 2 and 3 to the lowest point here. So my safe take profit will be gray zone. Always your for my team and I, we always give the safe take profit at the gray zone here. Okay, the secondary take profit will more often than not be at the blue zone, and sometimes it really depends. We will go higher than that to the next exhaustion levels. Okay, but generally what we have here is the next level of take profit would be $3.75. Okay, for ADA. Now we do need to take note that at this point here, the gray zone, it could reject, and it happened a few times. So I'll just back test this for you guys to see it. Okay, so let me find. Okay, So let's say for instance this is the impulse here, right? If I do my Fibonacci, you can see this is the retracement. So you want to take note at 0.618, you also want to take note at 0.786. Okay, these two are the main retracement levels lah. Okay, so now anyway it retraced already, so now I'm going to check my retracement levels here. Okay, so this is my exhaustion, my full exhaustion down here. This is where safe take profit. Gray zone is usually the one. So the first gray zone is down here. So this would have been your first safe take profit. Then the market consolidated. So actually this consolidation, we kind of can do another Fibo here because there's this impulse here, this pullback here, right? So I'll just do the retracement to show you guys. Okay, you can see this is the retracement level down here, right? 0.76. It's a very small one, but yeah, this is how usually we find the retracement and the extension. Okay, so based on this to this, the extension here is an exhaustion. So ultimately here would have been some sort of pullback. Okay, you can see here this is just now the previous exhaustion. Wait, was it? Yeah, here. Okay, so the previous exhaustion is at this point here. Okay, this point here. This point here would have been the second exhaustion down here. Now unfortunately I think my team would have probably exited here, or maybe at this point here. Yeah, this point here when the market started being overbought lah. Okay, we wouldn't short the market immediately. I think because the market closed above this key level here, you can see this key level here, right? And then the market kind of retested here, and then it goes up again. So we probably wouldn't have write all this up lah. Okay, unfortunately I think this is for safety reasons lah. Okay, but anyway the market kind of did an impulse from this point to this point here. So we want to be measuring this part here. Okay, anyway it did a retracement already lah. This is quite clear cut retracement. We'll do the extension levels to see how high. Okay, it will have exhausted here. So this is our exhaustion level. So this is where we would have exited most of the trade from all these areas here, depending on where we entered. If we entered here, then probably exit here. If we entered here, exit here. So the whole point is that this is a consolidation, right? Now this consolidation also kind of makes sense to me because it could also be a flat pattern. Okay, not a very nice one honestly, but nonetheless it's still considered a flat pattern. Okay, so the impulse is here, right? 100% here, 100% up, right? We kind of hit higher than that, so those are like incentive to your trade. Usually my team is not so greedy, so we either take a bit lesser or on the point. Okay, so here it kind of exceeded way beyond the level itself. Okay, so anyway this would have been completed. Then now this area here is overbought. So this would have been a sell position. Okay, we wouldn't immediately take the sell position unless okay, there is this thing called a bullish market and a bearish market. So during the RSI period, when it's above the 50 line, it's more of the bullish level, below is the bearish level. So at this case here we have been bullish for quite some time, so we probably, my team and I would consider this as a rotation of the bearish market incoming. So this would have been a possible exit position here. Okay, or we do expect a pullback lah, because this has been a very big green market for very long, so we would probably expect a pullback here. I think during this period we kind of entered here for buy up again. Okay, I didn't actually consider Bitcoin during that period because I didn't know they had a strong correlation, or Bitcoin had a correlation with all the other minor crypto. Okay, so anyway this is what I did at that point of time. So market retraced here was our buy entry. Okay, the market kind of dipped down even lower. Okay, and when the market break to this point here, sent out another buy signal in July. The reason is very simple. Or down here, I think, yeah, down here we sent out another buy signal. The reason is very simple. Is because two reasons is overbought levels. Okay, another thing is oversold levels. Sorry, oversold. Right. This point here we sent out is because it hit this key levels here, so you just need to draw a support level. And see here acted as resistance, support, resistance here, support. So this is a very strong support level lah, basically. Okay, so in this area where the market keep testing here, it doesn't break below that level. It has to break and close below that level. If not, it will more likely than not still stay as a support. So we sent out two signals. I think one is here and one is here. Okay, and we did kind of like this as a impulse. Okay, you can see that it's creating tails, right? So this is the trend continuation pattern. So the impulse is actually here. So 100% here. Now if you want to be very conservative, then you take half the pole first. Okay, the half the pole is because sometimes the break, the market may not complete the full pole. Okay, we'll do half the pole. Okay, and then it will create some sort of exhaustion. So anyway, this is the first half. Okay, then actually the market didn't really push down, kind of exceeded. So we should be looking at this all the way up to somewhere around, so somewhere around here, and it kind of makes sense to me lah. Anyway, then this is where we will potentially exit. Now there you can see here there are still some room for additional the pole length lah, but I kind of not want to be greedy. But if I do like take all this in consideration, then maybe we would have hit the gray zone. I mean the tip of the blue zone or near the end of the blue zone there. Okay. Yeah, pretty much there lah. But like I say, I think previous one is enough. We don't really need to be greedy. So something like this point. So ADA, more likely than not, we should see it hit at least $3 again lah. Okay. To maybe the 335 range and possibly 370. Now, like I said, cryptocurrency has a tendency to go way beyond the exhaustion level. Okay, so just bear in mind that we wouldn't be exiting full positions, but we will be taking partial take profits. So like first partial take profit will be at the gray zone, second partial take profit, and then your third. So you have to ownself consider how you want to divide your splits. Okay, so I give you an example again for the Fibonacci retracement. Okay, this is again Bitcoin, and we talk about the exhaustion level. Right, we find the retracement level first from the impulse to the pullback level, so somewhere here, and then we do the extension level. So back then I cash out my Bitcoin at a tip here lah, somewhere around this point here, and I bought at this point here. Okay, so anyway, this is just what I'm trying to explain, how you find the exhaustion level and the extension levels. The extension levels and the retracement levels. So anyway, Bitcoin, whatever it's doing now is quite dangerous lah. Okay, personally, my bias is that it's going down for Bitcoin. Okay, but if it goes down, all the alternate coins will go down as well, more likely than not, based on what I've seen. And this is a reversal pattern. I did mention before quite some time. I think the senior students would have noticed. I think senior students you all will notice. I did mention like 53k, 51 to 53k would be the range where Bitcoin should get rejected. Back then I actually posted this pattern, exactly this pattern to appear, and it's happening lah. Okay, so the idea is that my perception for Bitcoin is that it's going to create a flag pattern, a damn big flag pattern. Okay, or a falling wedge or flag pattern, so something like that. Okay, so the market will drop to potentially here 17k range, and then this is where the EMA will come in. Okay, that's how I still perceive the market to be. Now, unfortunately, fortunately or unfortunately, it really depends on where you are trading, right? For the alternate coins, if this happens, the alternate coins will likely plunge as well. Okay, but it is funny because some of the alternate coins has already proven that there are two things which I believe that maybe, just maybe, Bitcoin is already moving on its own trend. Okay, I think the reason why I'm saying that is because Ethereum and Bitcoin is a bit more different right now than last time. Last time you can see Bitcoin move and Ethereum move are like very, very similar. Now it's not so similar anymore, and I think some of the alternate coins may not be affected by this plunge from Bitcoin if it plunges lah. So example ADA, when Bitcoin plunged this point, ADA did plunge. Okay, it was this plunge here, but it wasn't like very significantly low. Then after that it started rising up, but Bitcoin still, it rise a little bit, but then not as much as in terms of growth percentage and timing, right? ADA kind of grow all the way even faster than Bitcoin climb. Okay, but anyway, or the recovery is way faster lah. Same as I think SOL, yeah, Solana lah. So anyway, for Bitcoin, now we are in a position of whether or not Bitcoin will go up or go down is still a mystery right now. Okay, the odds is still 50-50 lah. Okay, trading is all about you are already going in 50-50, either up or down, right? But what I'm trying to say is that because it didn't hit the market level, the key level down here, so resistance, resistance. Now we could also consider this area here lah. Okay, so support, then resistance here or in the zone lah, and then support here. So if the market kind of break past this level here, then we will be expecting the market to go to 40k range. 40k range would be our interest level, our KIV level. If the market break and close below 40k, then very likely this is going to go down. Okay, so it will do something like that. Okay, but if it doesn't, okay, then we will more likely than not, this is a impulse, this is a pullback, and then this is a continuation up. So like that. So the same thing that I just mentioned, this is a retracement level. Okay, then this is the pullback level. So now it's already sitting on a 0.618 level. Okay, so it kind of retraced right now. So we do not know whether, because this is engulfing, right? This is a big candlestick. Okay, this is a reversal candlestick. Usually when you see an engulfing candlestick, it will start going downtrend because the sell pressure is too much. So something like that, you see, engulf the previous candlestick and then it start going down. Okay, and on the monthly time frame as well, you can see that this is a very good reversal pattern here. Okay, I had the chart somewhere lah, but the chart pattern here, but this is a reversal pattern basically. Okay, so this reversal pattern, this is engulfing, it kind of engulfed these candlesticks here, and then it came back up, but this could be a retracement. So even when I do a Fibonacci retracement from bottom to up, we can also do from top to bottom. Okay, so this is also feasible. So something like that. So that's why right now Bitcoin is still kind of on the fence. Okay, if this happens, okay, then you see whether it makes sense. Now I do a extension level. The gray zone is very much at the, okay, so quite close, it's near the key level here. Okay, should the market drop lower. Okay, so I perceive that the market could still go down. Okay, and I did share my own biasness. You can see how overbought this is. Look at this. At this timeline in 2017, overbought, heavily overbought. So this is the common overbought range, right? Then after that it plunged down. Now even the MFI as well. Okay, right now in 2021 it did the same thing. Okay, so this was quite a deep dive. Then now 2021 it did the same thing. So personally, on my own opinion, I would still see it as a downwards movement. Okay, so this is but we do need to let this market kind of settle in, and then we see how this month and next month would be whether, then we will know whether is it going up or down. Because if this month closes like that, the same candlestick pattern as this, it can still move up. Okay, it can be something like let me see, it can be something like that lah. Okay, no, not this one, maybe this one here, yeah, something like that, right? Then the following might kind of become it didn't engulf, that means it didn't, the next candlestick is not bigger than the previous candlestick here. Okay, not like this one here, this one bigger than this one, right? Then this could still go up. But if the market kind of create a very big red candlestick on the next month, then we'll just be looking at here already. We don't need to think much already. Okay, we will just look at 21k to 17k, then we will buy in from there. Okay, that is Bitcoin movement. But if this month itself the candlestick becomes very red, very big red candlestick like that, then you also can more likely than not see the market do this lah. Okay, something like that. But if this closes green, okay, and it breaks out from the trend line, then more likely than not we should see the market going up one more time, like going for another push up. Okay, so there are charts, stock charts that did the same, did something where it only did a small pullback here like that and then it goes up already. Okay, very rare lah, very rare. Okay, more often than not they will do some sort of consolidation, okay, where the market does this, and then go up. Usually is that's the case. Okay, but there is one particular, a few stock charts that I saw, it just impulse out all the way. Okay, so hopefully Bitcoin goes up then rather than down. The reason is because a lot of us is holding, a lot of you are, or even myself lah, holding alternate coins. So I'm not too sure how strong the correlation is with Bitcoin, and whether is it, if they are still very effective together, like as in their correlation. But if their correlation is not so strong, then okay lah. But no, I think nobody can tell at the moment lah whether they are super on point or not. So in any case, I would rather Bitcoin rise than fall. I would rather skip this entry buy in lah. Okay, but we have no control on that lah. So like I personally would rather Bitcoin not fall to here for us to buy. We don't need to pick this up to ride up because we already picked up a lot of alternate coins already. So if Bitcoin falls and the correlation is strong, then our alternate coins will likely die off together with Bitcoin falling. Okay, but yeah, so that's just my perspective. Okay, by the way guys, if you all have any charts to request, just go to chatting, text, and then I will see it here. Okay, because I know that I'm not sure what chart you are looking at. Okay, so anyway, Dogecoin, I am expecting the market to go up. Now the retracement here is already done. That's why, okay, so the alternate coins, when I say that I don't see their correlation being as strong as the previous time, is because, for instance, Dogecoin, right? This is the impulse, and the market did a pullback already. Okay, the problem with Bitcoin is that Bitcoin did not do a pullback yet. Okay, that's why, that's the big difference lah. So I think Bitcoin did a pullback, but it's like on a different, very small time frame. Like, let me see, was it 3 months or not 3 months? Wait, let me see. Wait, let me just check. Is it 3 months time frame? I also can't remember. Oh yeah. So 3 months time frame. Usually I don't count the tail, so it really depends on. I think this is through experience. Then you will know whether you want to count the tail or just the body here. Okay, but for me, I will count the tail of the. I will count up all the way to the tail, and then it kind of make a retracement at 0.618. Okay, and you can see on the 3 month time frame, this is not engulfing, so we could still see Bitcoin going up. Okay, but how it will go is something like that lah. So then the candlestick will be a green candlestick like that. Okay, but we really need to monitor the next 2 months to kind of understand the level. But based on the Dogecoin and the other alternate coins, like Dogecoin has already done their retracement. So because the retracement is done, and then this is a very nice continuation or reversal pattern, really again it depends. Okay, but in this case here is a falling wedge, and then there is this impulse here, right? So my impulse level is here. Okay, so the squeeze, the break, and then there's another reversal pattern here, which is the head and shoulders pattern. Okay, so because of this the head and shoulders is this one here. Okay, because of this reversal and this falling wedge or pennant pattern here, then I account the flagpole here, right? This is the impulse. Now of course, like I say, if you want to count the first half, then this is the first half. Okay, but for Doge, I think I'll just take the full. So I would expect the market to go somewhere around 80-ish level lah. Okay, but for like safe take profit, then this would be the safe take profit level. I did mention in the video, which you all can watch through the recording later. Okay, these are like first safe take profit, second take profit, third take profit, and then the last one there. Okay, but even for Doge, we kind of already found the exhaustion level. So this is a pullback, right? So I just do the extension immediately lah. Okay, so you guys can see whether is it effective or not, whether it makes sense or not. See, so the pullback is here. So the exhaustion is kind of at the maroon zone here, right? But it kind of at this point here break higher lah. But you need to account for another impulse here. So this the impulse is the pullback, right? So the same thing here. If I do my Fibonacci retracement, you can see that it's on the 0.786 here. Okay, the impulse started from the candlestick here. So do the same thing, do your extension. Okay, this is on the blue zone here, right? So this would have been an exit position. Okay, so anyway, this is just examples of how I would use why I use the extension levels and Fibonacci retracements to find out. Okay, so anyway, let's look at SOL, because I know a lot of you, not all, some of you, a lot of you are bought into SOL. I did mention to exit SOL at the tip here. Okay, I did send it out to quite a number of people. Okay, I mean like in the group chat lah. So SOL one, quite a while back, I did mention to buy in lah. I think that was in May period lah. Then it dropped quite sad lah. Okay, but anyway, this is the pullback level. This is the impulse here. Right, this is the highest point. This is the pullback. 0.786 is down here. So do the extension level. Actually, I think I did already there. This point, and then this is the low point. That's how I found the extension level here. So what's next for this? Now you would expect a drop, okay, or wait and see whether it consolidates. So consolidate, it's kind of consolidating now lah. So go to 4 hours time frame, and then you can see the consolidation here, right? So I did mention just now above the 50 range. Okay, so this is the consolidation down here. Now the downside is that it closed below this level here lah. Okay, so we need to wait for this current candlestick that we're looking at to close above this level here. Okay, ideally above this candlestick wick lah. But if it doesn't close beyond the candlestick wick, it's still quite risky to enter for a buy up. Okay, because this could be the tip of the resistance, and then it may reverse down, right? So I would personally wait until the market kind of break above this level, break and close above this level, then I consider a buy position. But just bear in mind that it has been on a bullish run for so long, right? I would expect a bearish run. Okay, yeah, you can see it's been very bullish for quite some time. Okay, the bearish position is very small, so I would kind of expect quite a deep pullback lah. So if we are looking for to consider a deep pullback, then it could be until here lah, okay, or maybe down here. So we won't know yet until we see which level it dropped to. So anyway, this is just another example of Fibonacci retracement, okay, and extension levels. And here kind of extended to 0.76 is here. Okay, so I do the extension level to see how high it would have gone. I think that's the gray zone down here. Slightly above the gray zone. So this would have been my first safe take profit. Then yeah, so again it kind of confirmed that this is at the safe take profit zone. So we want to just wait and see how the market moves for SOL. Okay, I wouldn't be buying it anytime soon. I think it's quite risky. In any case that you are already buying it, where do you exit? Now safe exit would be at this point here. It really depends on your price point lah. If you buy it here, then here, but if you buy it here, then I'll just hold it lah. Okay, because long term SOL can go far one. Okay, so somewhere around this point here would be my potential exit lah. This is a impulse movement, this is a flagpole, and this is a flag up. Okay, yeah, I think SOL is still, you can see here the stochastic can still go down now. Okay, so it hasn't been oversold for quite some time also, so I would believe a deep retracement will come in. So if it's a deep retracement, right, start from your impulse here. So this is the impulse movement, this is where the whole movement up came, right? So let's do a Fibonacci retracement. Usually it will hit a key level lah. So you can see here, I think here makes sense, or even here, because you can see here is where it became a very there's this high point here lah. Okay, and then there's this structure level here. It's not a very strong structure, but this point and this point would be my interest level. Okay, these two zones here, more of which I think would be down here, but yeah, I think the 100 range would be more ideal, but we'll wait and see lah. SOL. Okay, can check sushi USDT. Okay, sushi. Wow, I craving for sushi. Ayo, say until sushi. Ah, okay. Impulse started from here. Okay, actually, we look at the bigger picture here first. Okay, you can see that this is a consolidation. Movement started from here. Just want to know whether this is a retracement or is it, yeah, quite kind of perfect. This would have been a perfect entry down here, lah. And this is a reversal pattern. This is a reversal pattern. This is the W formation. Okay. This pullback here is very similar to that of Dogecoin, lah. This movement here is probably this movement here. Okay. You can see this part here is this part here. This huge drop here is this part here. Okay. This point here. So anyway, it's creating a reversal pattern here as well. There's a W shape here. Okay. So we should see the market go up. But anyway, it did not break below this key level here, right? This is previous resistance, now turn support, right? So it kind of tested this level as well. So we should see the market going a lot higher actually. Okay, so we had the Fibonacci retracement all the way down to here, and we kind of hit the retracement level. So now what we want to do is find the extension level. How high will this go, right? Down here. Okay, so potentially $27. Now at times, sometimes, okay, rarely, but sometimes this part here will reject the market quite tremendously. Then after that, it started going downtrend all the way. Okay, for stocks, I realized some stocks hit here, then usually just hit here and then start going down again, and never come back already. Okay, why in this case here is because it creates a double top, right? Just now got the M shape, right? Just now here is the double bottom, right? But then this is a double top, the M shape. Okay, so just take note lah. So if you want to be very conservative, then $23 would be my exit. Okay, if you're a bit more aggressive, then $28, and then potentially this price point here, $42. Okay, or $43 like in this case. This is for sushi. Anyway, it's oversold like crazy. Like you can see here, oversold. So I would see the market going upwards. Good for a buy, by the way. Let me share with the group chat. Sushi USDT good for buy. Okay. I think okay. Then if you are very conservative, then your take profit will be at $17. Okay. Why $17 is because it is where the market actually kind of created resistance zones, right? Support zones here, resistance, and now resistance here as well because it broke through the support level, right? So this would be a very conservative take profit level, $16.85 or 87 cents. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I think sushi is good. Okay. Short term and long term is considered quite okay lah, because you can see short term wise, if you want to do short term, then $12 can be a good take profit already. Very likely the market can hit $12. Okay. Okay, let's move on. No request. I just pick up. But all crypto or stocks, you all prefer which one? No preference, then I just I just do only. Okay. We look at XRP. Okay. In case any of you are holding this, I later need to go and check the BTT, BitTorrent, XRP. Okay. Now this one here kind of you can see this is a good example lah. If I took my first half of the pool, this would have been the first half of the pool. Okay, so this point here, so something like that. So there's a break in between the pool, right? So that is the risk factor which I mentioned earlier. Sometimes that happens and then you only can take first half of the pool. Okay, so something around this level here. We never even get to take the full half of the pool lah, but quite close lah, very close to this. Okay, so how do you know whether to exit? Then you see the overbought levels, overbought, and then you kind of want to be thinking whether is it too risky to enter. Okay, so anyway, this was quite heavily overbought. I think this impulse is actually this drop here, so we should still be able to come back up lah. Yeah, for this point. But anyway, let's see the Fibonacci retracement and extension levels. Okay, this point to this point here, see this is the impulse, this is the pullback. Extension level, see the gray zone here, this is where it got exhausted at. Okay, so first safe take profit would have hit our first safe take profit. Now based on trend line, we kind of it's like that lah. Okay, so just now I just do it very fast. So anyway, this is the trend line itself. This is a break and retest. So this is what I mean. Okay, market retest, break, retest. Continue up. Okay, I'm not expecting this to come back down anytime soon. If it break below this, then like initially if it breaks and closes below this, then maybe I wouldn't have seen this as an upside. But you can see here the market break, and then it did the reversal pattern here as well. There's a W here. So we should be looking at this to go up even higher. So our target price, I think 156 was the key level down here that I highlighted. It's very feasible. We could even see the market go up to 165. Personally, I would still see it even higher lah. Okay, like way higher than that. Right now we are doing the extension levels for here only, right? From this point to this point, extension here. But if we do a bigger picture, which is the extension from the bottom of this, right? Okay, so let's do a retracement first to kind of understand whether the market retraced to 0.786, and it did, right? So this would have been an interesting level. Now do extension level here, and this would be our actual target price. Safe take profit, a bit more conservative people. And this point here. Now, of course, we don't just see the Fibonacci and just assume that. We kind of need to use the other indicators, and some people don't need indicators. They use chart patterns only, which is what I just drew out just now. So you can see this, the whole entire thing is an impulse, right? So this is the pullback, this is the break and retest. Right, so my 100% hold here, if I'm a bit more like conservative, okay, somewhere around here lah. Sorry, break and retest. Yeah. So this point here is actually very feasible. Actually I should be taking from here. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, the full pole itself. My previous drawing was like that lah. I never account the half pole here, but half pole would be this point to this point here. Okay, but the full pole will be somewhere around here, and this makes sense. I'm pretty sure at this point here it will reject. Okay, like here it will reject. How heavy? I don't think it's a lot lah, but pretty sure there will be a rejection here lah. Whether it consolidates or whether it does a pullback again, I'm not too sure. But the reason why is because all this is resistance level, previous support level, now turn resistance, and now what is this? This is resistance. Okay, so this point here very likely to kind of hit some sort of rejection. Okay, but naturally here is quite okay to buy. Overbought, oversold. RSI I think is already out of the oversold range, unfortunately, but yeah, it's out of the oversold range. But personally, like I say lah, sometimes you also need to have experience to kind of understand whether this is viable or not. But like I say, at this point here, it's been bearish for very long, right? The bearishness, actually, is quite fair lah. Yeah, but I would assume that this is bearish for quite a while here. Then it became bullish, but the bullish run was so short. But the bearish run here was so long, so I'm pretty sure this is gonna move towards the bullish market soon. Okay, so the RSI counts for trend strength. Okay, relative strength index is more of the trend strength. The MFI is the volume index, buying and selling pressure. Okay, it's different. Trend and buying and selling volume is different. Okay, but anyway, this is more bullish. Right now is considered still bearish because it's under the 50, but I would expect the market to reverse. Anyway, stochastics is oversold. It was oversold but this is not the best way to see it lah. Okay, the best is when oversold on stochastics and RSI. That's the best entry. Or overbought. So like down here, overbought. Okay, overbought, there it went down, right? Overbought, overbought here, then it went down a little bit here. Okay, then this is the tip lah, the peak. Overbought down here, overbought, right? Then this is the big plunge down. Okay, so by saying overbought and oversold doesn't mean anything. You kind of need to see the chart pattern. So here you cannot expect to have a heavy sell here because there's a consolidation here. Right, the market consolidated here. Okay. So if you sold here based on just like that and then you sell, then you're probably gonna bleed lah, right? If the market start reversing, but how do you know whether it's gonna reverse? Just go to a smaller time frame, go and see the chart pattern. Okay, if it's creating a flat pattern, pennant pattern, or this kind of reversal pattern, trend continuation pattern, then you want to be exiting this. Okay, and then this is what I mean by at the 50 range you kind of get rejected because usually you can see this line acts as a pivot point between the support and between the buying market and the selling market. So if this is like on the bearish market, then usually you go and test and they get rejected, test and they rejected. Okay, bullish market, okay, that means it hit overbought first and then it come back down. It usually won't go from overbought straight away oversold lah. Okay, usually that doesn't happen. Sometimes it does, but usually they will range around the 50 first and then they bounce off because this is again the strength of the market lah. So this would have been a consolidation, right? This would have been a good buy up. So you can see the impulse here, the flagpole. So I would have taken this as my flagpole here. So this would have been a good, pretty good take profit level lah. Now this part here may or may not hold. I may or may not hold this. Really depends. In this case, I probably would have exited at the maximum. Like at the flagpole range. Yeah. Okay, so this is roughly how I would take the trades lah. Okay. Can look at Link. Oh yeah, somebody actually won against SEC. Link. Somebody actually asked for this quite a while back also. Wait, is it this? No, this is. Oh shit, sorry. Link USD, right? Link USD or Link BUSD? Oh, Binance dollar. Okay. Oh. Actually, I really don't. Oh, this is okay. This is okay. I saw wrongly. Okay. Same thing. This is very similar to that of Doge, and I think just now got one chart also before Doge one. Can't remember. I went blank. Yeah, but there's this reversal pattern. It could drop a little bit more lah. Just take note lah. But you can see that it's still hanging above. So if it's below 50 range, then it's more of a bearish trend market. If it's above the 50, then it's more of a bullish trend market. But sometimes they may break past and then go towards a different trend direction. So in any case, what I'm looking at now, you're in. Okay, let's just look at the overall whether it did a retracement first. Impulse started from here. Okay, you see it kind of exceeded, right? So maybe daily time frame is not the best time frame to look at. So you look at weekly. Okay. Weekly time frame also not. Monthly. Okay, then monthly time frame seems okay. Okay. Oh, but this is quite bad actually. This is quite difficult. Okay, so why I say is it difficult is because I can tell you I can do a double retracement. Also you can see from a down to up also did the same thing, right? And the thing is that it has been, this is like a very red engulfing candlestick, red color candlestick. Okay, so but generally what you look here is this is the impulse market. Okay, so you don't get confused. This is the impulse market, this is the green bullish market, right? So the market is more bullish than bearish. Then it did a pullback. So this is, the bulls are resting right now, right? So the bears taken over at this point here, and then now the bulls are like kind of back in the game. Okay, so the thing is this, is that we could see maybe a few more red candlesticks, and then green. It's quite hard to say at this point here, but in my own preference, or based on what I see, it's more of a bullish market lah. So we narrow down to the smaller time frame now. Okay. Wait, sorry, I should have do the extension level first. Okay. Do the extension level. Okay. This will be my safe take profit. Okay. Secondary take profit here. Then I go back to my daily time frame. I would close this. Okay, and then what I'll see here is, yeah, this is what I mean on the gray zone here. You see, I didn't do this coming here. I did it on the monthly time frame, and then it appeared here, right? So this is exactly what I mean. Sometimes it does that, right? And then it may go lower here. So unfortunately, this one may drop all the way to this point here. Okay, and if it does drop to this point here, then it's very likely to be the retracement level here. Okay, so if it drop to this point here, okay, so this is the interest level, this level as well. Okay, now let me just see how we could actually impulse movement down here. Is it on the 0. Oh, it's sitting on the 0.76. Also, this is a pullback as well. Okay, take note, impulse movement, this is the retracement level. So this is also a retracement, and yeah, I believe this will go up lah. Okay, so you can see on the weekly time, weekly you cannot really see it. Okay, but anyway, in my own observation, this is more of a bullish than bearish market lah. Okay, so what I'll do is, if you're already buying from here, it's okay. Okay, but bear in mind that it could drop to this level here, this point here. Okay, which is at $31. Okay, that's where the market could potentially drop to before going up for another run up. Okay, so in any case, if it does do a run up, oh, whose background? Whose background? Wow, so fast mute already. Okay, so anyway, the retracement level would be, okay, I'm just gonna do the retracement level here. Yeah, so this zone is really very, I think this is feasible. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is feasible. Now I'm going to shift this out a little bit to this point here, because this is where the market kind of hit the resistance, support here, and resistance here. Okay, and this is very close to the gray zone here. See, this is the extension level for here, but on a bigger retracement and extension level, this is the gray zone here. So very likely there's two rationals saying that this point here is the potential level here. So I would do my take profit there. Either way, if you buy here, it drops a little bit more, your stop loss will be right under this lah. Okay, so the market must break and close below $21. Okay, $21.05 lah. Okay, and then you exit as a loss. But if it doesn't break and close below that level, then you can hold it up. Okay, it could go up like that. Okay, but naturally, in my point of view, this is a head and shoulders pattern. Okay, and this is a very nice head and shoulders pattern. Okay, so inner head level is down here, so there is two inner head level, but this is a head and shoulders. Okay, or if those that want me to draw the Siamese head is like that one. Okay, so this is already very likely to hit. Okay, so the market should break here, kind of push back here, and then really depends again, but more likely than not it should go up lah. Okay, I would say down here to this point here. So I would do my head and shoulders. Okay, head and shoulders is a different chart pattern. It's usually a reversal pattern. If you find an inverse head and shoulders like that, then it will be upwards. If you see a head and shoulders from the top to the bottom, something like that, okay, then it's downwards. Okay, but the take profit is 80%, so my 100% is this. So I got 2 here. Okay, if this is my 100%, then my 80% is here. So 2160 times, shit, 2160 1728. Yeah, okay, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, so somewhere around here I would exit. I think at this point here, this particular chart may do a reversal, a double, like reject all the way down here, like do a double top lah, M shape lah. I think for this particular chart, because the take profit size is at this resistance point, exactly at this resistance point, right? So just take note, so the your take profit for this, you cannot aim for the highest point of the blue zone, but somewhere around the $53 range would be my $52 range would be my take profit. Okay, so this is Link BUSD. Okay, no request. Okay, let's look at, I went through Solana. Let's look at, I went through XRP as well. I think I'm missing something, one particular, or let's look at Engine. Okay, I am quoting this, that's why I haven't looked at it for quite a while lah. So let me look at it right now. Anyway, I circle all this is the key level lah. Okay, like this is the key support level, then became resistance, and became resistance and a support level, right? So anyway, yeah, kind of messy, sorry. Okay, I can't understand my chart now. Okay, so I did a Fibonacci. It's a very large one now. Basically, this is a Fibonacci retracement, high point, then a low point here, and this is a consolidation. So actually, this one long term actually very nice. I will not say long term but it's quite a good multiplier lah. Okay, the consolidation quite the shape a bit off, but anyways, I would say somewhere around $4.40 for Engine is very feasible. Right now this is a pullback as well. Okay, so let's just do a retrace, Fibonacci retracement here. Can't really see it. Okay, cross too many lines. Let me delete this. So it's sitting on a 0.786. Okay, it closed above the 0.786, which makes me want to buy more. Okay. Pullback level here. Okay. So the exhaustion is somewhere, yeah, it's around the maximum exhaustion for this retracement. I think this is very feasible. Now, of course, this would be my safe take profit level. I don't think this is going to create a M shape and then a double top and then a reverse down. But in any case, safe take profit level at this point here. No, I wouldn't ever aim for that. Sorry. Yeah, I think this is okay. Yeah, this point here, because the gray zone is here, right? And then my full exhaustion is here. Okay, so the top of the gray zone here. In any case, this is my flag pole, right? My flag pole here, 100% and 100%. Now, if I want to be greedy and I, kind of take my full pole here, then I will definitely hit my tip of the gray zone. Okay, yeah. So this is very feasible, okay, for Engine. For those that want to buy into Engine, I think now is quite a okay price to buy in. It's not the best price again, but it's not too bad lah. Okay, we would see multiplier of nearly 2 times the amount. Okay, and the potential level is here. Okay, whether or not it goes higher, again, is up to you guys, but I think this level would be quite significant as well. Higher than that, we just need to see whether the market consolidates. If the market consolidates and doesn't break below this point here, As it consolidate this way, we should do another buy in down here for an out run up here. So 100% here, possible 100% up here. Okay, really depends on how this pullback will happen at the gray zone there, like this point here. If but it's very likely to do this. Okay, so example of this is something like that. See. Okay. So it happened before, multiple charts, multiple time frames. Okay, it's engine. Any more requests? Okay,
Have you done send yet?
I haven't. Let's do send. Yeah, let's do send.
Can see what price to re-enter and take profit.
Okay. I think the entry is quite right already, Lin. So now the entry is okay. Wait, let me see. Well, but this is quite a bullish run. Okay, so we go to monthly time frame again and see whether it makes sense. Okay. It was okay. So what I'm looking at is it's not even in a bullish or bearish market because it started quite late, right? But you can see the market is more of a bullish market. Okay. Now I would expect the market to be I think this will go higher, somewhere around here. Okay, so let's do a very simple chart, weekly time frame maybe. Yeah, weekly is okay. It's not even overbought lah. Okay, it's not even overbought. It's trending up. See how the market closed above this level here. Okay, so there's a reversal pattern here, by the way. So you cannot really see it, but the inverse head and shoulders is there. Okay, this is a break, this is a retest, and then we are looking for a pretty high take profit level. Cent is 80 cents. I think it can go multiply by 2. Okay, so retracement levels, right? This is where the impulse started from, somewhere around here. Pull back to 0.786. Okay, it went a bit lower to test there, but in the end it closed above the 0.618. Yeah, right above the 0.618. So do extension level. So your first safe take profit will be somewhere around $1.40. If you want to be very conservative, then it's $1.08 lah. Okay, but ideally I'm pretty sure this will go about this around this exhaustion zone before a deep pullback lah. Okay, so daily time frame. Okay, you can see the market close above okay, the level here. It has been on a bearish run, okay, for quite some time. It came on a bullish run a little bit, but this bullish run to me is just a retracement level. So like I say, the consolidation, see this the inverse head and shoulders. Just now I was talking about it, this shape here. Okay, down here, right, 100% here, we look at 80% up. Okay, personally I prefer calculating through impulse flagpoles lah. Okay, but we will just do this for the sake of how we do our technical calculation, right? And then 80%, so I just do a rough lah, 9,100. Is it 9,100? Yeah. So somewhere around here. If we are looking at the flagpole, the inverse head and shoulders take profit level. But like I say, my personal take profit will always be on a flagpole. Okay. We don't really have a flagpole here. Okay, but anyway, this is the flagpole that I'm talking about lah. Like this is 100%, right? So this is the consolidation down here. Okay, this is how the market consolidated and then go up. So just measuring this. Okay, we kind of hit our take profit here. Okay. Okay, so the exhaustion level is here. Let's look at the impulse level. So the full flagpole would be somewhere around this point here. Okay, it's also similar to the head and shoulders take profit level lah. Quite closer. Head and shoulders take profit level is here. My full flat pole is down here. I would say that this level of interest would be ideal, yeah. And then usually they will plus minus lah around here. But this point is quite okay. So your buy-in price down here is actually not so bad because it's a pullback. This is your impulse, this is a pullback. So I would see the market, doing a double bottom. Right now no double bottom yet lah, but okay there is lah, but it's not very nice one lah. So the market could go one more down a little bit and then does this. Can you see that? Okay, so if you want to FOMO then now is okay, but if you want to be like a bit more conservative, the buy-in would be at 0.741 around this price point, 0.74715. Okay, I think it may drop to this point here, unlikely lah, but possible that it will drop to 0.7. Okay, if it drops to 0.7 then the RSI should be oversold. Okay, if oversold, this is oversold, then that would be a perfect entry for perfect setup for a buy entry. Okay, so somewhere around the 0.74 0.70 range you can buy in. FOMO now can buy. Wait, 7.4 is now, right? Oh no, now it's 9 0.8. Okay, if you ask me, I personally would buy in now, because again you all need to calculate your risk to rewards lah. Okay, so if your risk is here, right, but your rewards is here, so you see whether you are, oh yeah, I remember the word reactive trader or predictive trader. Okay, so if you are a reactive trader, then you would wait, you would actually buy first. You will wait for the market to reach this level here. But if you are a predictive trader, that means you wait for the market to you can buy now and expect the market to go up there lah, either way. Okay, the point is this: reactive trader only trade when the market reach a certain point, then they buy or they sell. Okay, for predictive trader, the market haven't forecast finish, right, or haven't moved finish, but you are at the lowest point of the market. You say, okay, I perceive the market to go up there, but if it does go lower, then I'll buy again, that kind of thing. So really depends lah. Okay, so personally I would say that the risk to rewards like that is quite good lah. So I would buy now. If the market drop a little bit lower, I buy again lor. Anyway, the risk is this size lah. The risk is here, but your rewards is this level here. Okay, yeah, so this is for SEN USD. Okay, Mina USDT. Well, I'll sound like, okay, we do algo first since it's above. Okay, algo. Wow, this one very nice ah. Oh, this one got the boom patterns ah. Yeah, got the M shape. It's the same as the Bitcoin and the AMC and the okay, so I'll just show you guys an example.
GME.
Yeah, GME. Okay, so it's the M shape that we want to look out for. So you see here, I move to the monthly time frame. You see this M shape here, and then the squeeze down. This is the M shape here. Then the squeeze down, M shape here, then the squeeze down, then it goes up, right? So GME did the same thing. Alright, their M shape is here, or they have a very big one also lah. Down here is the big one, but the small one is down here. Right, then they squeeze and then they boom up. Nokia also have the same. BlackBerry also had. What is it called? Amazon also have. I shared Bitcoin also have. Okay, but anyway, this is a boom. This is a nice catch. Even if you bought in at what price? Oh, this one very nice. I would see a pullback, potential pullback here. Okay, because the market is heavily overbought. But okay, as I say, I wouldn't just immediately overbought then sell. If we want to be moving to a smaller time frame and see whether is it consolidating. If it's consolidating, then it could go up, and right now I see it still going up. Okay, see, I go to 1 hour time frame. Okay, you can see this is a consolidation here, right? Okay, a very ugly consolidation lah, but it's consolidating here. So the market kind of did like a falling wedge kind of thing, so you know, and then it goes up, then it break above this level here, and it close above this level here, this point here, at this level here, right? And then here did another consolidation. Then there's this impulse here, so we should see the market go up here again. Okay, something like that. This for 1 hour time frame, right? So again, overall this is bullish market. Okay, let's go back to the daily time frame. This is not a time to sell yet. That means there is still room for upside, right? Anyway, because the market, it actually retraced to this point here, no wonder. Okay, you can see the market, this is the previous resistance, now turn support, and it kind of supported this level here. It's still quite hard to say lah. I mean, it could, consolidate down a little bit more and then go up. Okay, but personally I wouldn't be exiting this at the moment lah. I would still consider holding this, but if you are looking to enter this is not the best time to enter. Okay, if you enter here, the market could consolidate down and then go up, but the risk to rewards, again, if you want to calculate that, then let's do that. Okay, so oops. Do a retracement level. Yeah, okay. Extension level. Gray zone, wow, very risky. But anyway, we have seen cryptocurrency do this a lot of times, where it kind of hit the structure level and then it continue up. But anyway, the take profit level would be somewhere around $3 range. This would definitely hit some sort of rejection at this point here. So when the market do here, it should do a rejection here, then push up. Okay, so something similar to this, that did something similar lah. It's not that it is exactly the same, but Dogecoin had this, okay, where it exceeded, then it did a consolidation and then continue upwards, right, for another run up until here. So we should be able to have another run up here lah. But right now I wouldn't want to be jumping in, only because it is overbought range. Okay, it doesn't mean that it will not go up, but the risk factor is more likely to go down than go up. Okay, but if you're already buying into this, it's okay, because the target price for $3.20 is very much feasible in the next by the end of the year lah. Okay, but generally, if this is my impulse, okay, anyway, y'all can see here lah. Okay, 100% here, 100% up. Okay, and this is not a crawl up, this is an impulse up. So the same 100% may apply down here, depending on the pullback. That's why I'm expecting a pullback maybe until here, until this level here, which is all this zone here. And then if it does that means the market is doing something like that. This is an impulse already, right? Okay, then it does a pullback, right? So maybe a falling wedge or whatever, right? Then this point here go up again, which is the 100% of this impulse movement here. Then we will hit this level here. Okay, then of course if it really depends, if this continues another impulse up without consolidating, okay, that means the market did not do a pullback here, it just continues soaring up, right? So this is my 100%. Then this flagpole, like that, and it depends on the pullback. So assuming that the pullback is somewhere around here, or maybe down here, yeah, I think down here lah. Okay, it really depends on this impulse. Then the market does this consolidation here, right? Then the impulse up, so 100% here, 100% up. This would be the level. Okay, so right now, again, like I say, personally I wouldn't be entering right now, but when the market pull back to potentially $1.50, I would buy in, and I would ride it to $3.20. However, if you're already buying into this, should you exit? I would say no. Let it, if it falls down, it falls down, it's okay. then you buy in again at $1.50. But if you or you can just hold it all the way to $3.20, because $3.20 is very much feasible to hit. Okay, in I think by end of the year. Oh no, maybe not end of the year. Mid of next year. Yeah. End of the year, if it's consolidating and we're on daily time frame, it's consolidating, then I think it will hit November, hit this point here. Yeah, then unless it does another impulse up lah, right? Then maybe end of the year. Okay, but if it slowly does a climb, then probably mid of early next year. Okay, that's for Algo USD. Next time don't add in the slash guys, because when you add in the slash, I think I have to delete the slash also. Yeah, I very hard lah. I have to delete the slash. Okay. Upper Mina, wow, Mina so power. Oh, damn high leh. Okay, so this one the fib retracement already happened lah. So the retracement level, this is the impulse. This is the highest point. This is the pullback. I think it's really exhausted, you know. Yeah, but yeah, it's really exhausted. I wouldn't, try to hit here. It seems like it's not going to come down anytime soon. It's been very bullish, right? So there should be quite a big drop lah. But okay, so in this case here, once the RSI hit 50, the 50 range, and this like somewhere around this point here, then we see how it goes, because here may be another run up. Okay, could do another run up. Personally, I doubt so, but there's a potential to it lah. Okay, it's just that overall, this has been bullish for too long already. I don't think that it's still going to go up. Yeah, but I may be wrong lah, because I think this particular, okay, if it does a pullback, then this is the entry. Your next entry would be at $4.40 for a buy-in. But I'm pretty sure the market should drop to somewhere around the $4.50 range, or $4.60 range, around this range here. That will hit our EMA 100, and also a key level down here, resistance, support, and support. Okay, so just observe lah. I'm pretty sure this will drop until here, $4.60. Okay, yeah, that's for Mina. Anybody else got any chart? If not, I shall call it a night. Missed this part. Sushi one sushi. Sushi was already a good buy-in just now. I think it went up a little bit from 1 hour ago. Oh no, it's still okay. Yeah, but anyway, I'm looking at this for a buy-in already. You can see the double bottom here. Okay, this is the double bottom. Okay, you can see, okay, it may drop a little bit more. Okay, because stochastic seems to be quite overbought. Okay, but generally I would see this more of an up than a down. Anyway, it's because key level is down here. See, market did not break past that key level, rejected up. We had a long-term chart as well. Okay, 0.786. Pull back to 0.786. The extension level is pretty solid as well. We should be able to jump to ride this all the way up to I would say be quite conservative on this one, about $23. Yeah, that's why everybody only interested in crypto, right? Yeah. And then $28 would be the secondary price point, and potentially $42. Okay, but 100% you can see the flagpole here lah, right? And then the consolidation downwards. So let's just do that. Take profit level. Yeah, so I was mentioning the $28. This range would be the safe exit already. I think this would be an interesting level, and then we see how it consolidate. The market will likely do this lah. When it goes up here, it will consolidate on top here, and then it will be sitting above this level here. As long as it's sitting above the level, okay, the level is this one here. Okay, when it's sitting above this level, then depending on how the market move, whether it's an impulsive movement. If it's an impulsive movement, we can look for another flagpole up, another flagpole length. But if it's not an impulsive movement, then we need to see how high lor, whether is it doing a retracement or what. But if it's a impulsive movement, then something like that may potentially happen, something like that. Okay, yeah, so this is roughly what I see. Anyway, the market here, right, is good entry. FOMO is now okay to buy in because it's overbought for stochastics. Okay, but like, and to me it's worth the risk lah. The risk to rewards is you're at the lowest point down here. The risk factor is until here, but it has to close up below this $6 is it $6.80? Yeah, $6.80 range. But if it goes up, right, it's all the way to $27, the range lah, the climb. But if you want a safe take profit, then this is 100%, then 100% here, which is the $19. That's the safe take profit, the conservative price. Yeah, because what I mentioned was that it's very likely that the market will go up here, do a retracement again, and then do up another one like that, or a consolidation here. Okay, but then this pullback might be quite deep, so we may see a inverse head and shoulders like that, right? Or we may not lah. Okay, but the generally this is a low part of the chart lah. So this point here we got the inverse head and shoulders already. So this is actually quite a good buy in already. Okay. Yeah lor, no stocks Hiya. Disney ooh. Disney. Oh, Disney can still rise Stochastics is okay, but the RSI is not overbought yet. Yeah, I think it's going for another run up very high run up lah, what the hell. Okay lah, but it makes sense also lah. Look at this my impulse movement here to here. Oh, this is already taken 100% to 100%. Oosh. Okay, wait let me see. Why do I have so many alarms here? Weird. Hold on Not very good pullback. Oh, the impulse is from here. Yeah, so the impulse from there, highest point pullback. Wow. Okay, interesting. Yeah. It's going for 230 for Disney. So anyway, let's look at the impulse here. This one got no pullback it's just a continuation. Oh, might go higher than that. Wait, am I drawing it correctly? The size. Yeah, I think it's going to go to the red zone. But the consolidation here so you see monthly chart you cannot see, right? Actually, when I saw this curve, I'm pretty sure this is an up already. Okay, so but oh shit. Okay, sorry guys. There's a big break here. I just saw this. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether as long as there's a break in the market, right? Then you kind of want to take note of that as a breaking point for the chart as well. So the break is down here to down here. So your flat pole is actually smaller than what I expected. Yeah, I would do my first safe exit down here. Now the consolidation is still here, so more likely than not it should be more of up than down. Okay, but there should be a small pullback lah. Okay, not a very nice chart to kind of want to enter now for a buy or sell. If you already buy this, then it's okay to hold it a bit longer. But if you're looking to buy into this, I would pass lah. The stochastics is overbought at the moment, so I think it could come down a little bit, then maybe go up. But generally I wouldn't be trying to buy into this lah at the moment. Okay, the growth is also not a lot lah. 184 to 223 is not a lot of earnings lah, but it's stable stock lah. Okay, so that's the good thing about it lah. But just take note that even stable stocks can plunge like crazy, right? And sometimes it's not about whether they make money or not. Okay, like they can just decide to sell their shares or whatever lah. But right now, okay, why I still see it going up is because you can see it also bounce off the EMA 200 in this case here, right? And then it's consolidating here, so we should see the market I wouldn't say super long term, end of the year hitting the price point of 200, around the 200 range. Yeah. Okay. ZI. Is it Z? Oh, ZT. ZI. Wait, what's the chart? ZI.
Only Z.
Only
Exclamation mark.
Oh, what?
Z. Zillow.
What's the company name?
Zillow. No I, just Z. Just one
Zillow.
letter
This one
Z.
Zillow Group.
Yeah.
Why that one so funny one? Wow. Whoosh. Oh wow. Wow. Quite nice, eh? I think for safe entry, 70 would be a good price. When hit 70, I think stochastics would be overbought. This will slightly come down. 70 would be okay, but just take note lah. If you enter at 70, that would be conservative entry. Okay, it will also be on key level, but the current price may already start rejecting. Just take note to that. Okay, because the squeeze here is pretty sharp already, like steep already. Okay, if it does go to this level, that means it's going to break, like it's going to be a big red candlestick, like that. Okay, unless like the market squeeze even more lah, but it's a bit weird lah and unlikely lah. So now would be a potential good entry, but if you enter now, the market could potentially drop to 70-ish. Unlikely, but possible lah. Yeah, I have my doubts that it will drop to 70-ish lah, but that's the key level, and that's the conservative entry that I would give, and my team would give. Okay, but this is a pretty nice falling wedge. Okay, and the flagpole here quite nice also lah. Okay, there's a break here, right? So the first half of the flagpole would be here, and then the second half is down here all the way up to down here. So in terms of growth, again, really depends on whether the market drop below. If it drops below, then it's here lah. But if it doesn't, then 274 seems to be quite a good price to take profit at long term. Okay. Yeah, so something like that some charts like that would be like Facebook. I think Disney also just now did the same thing. Yeah, something like that lor. You see the climb here, then the impulse drop. Oh, but that one never consolidate downwards lah. I think maybe Amazon or uh Facebook will have. Amazon has lah, this part here. Yeah, so this is the sharp climb and the squeeze down. Then you see how it sits on the key level down here. Okay. Like at this point here. Alright. Our key level is down here. Okay. But here might be an interesting level as well, because here got the previous structure there. Okay, but this structure level, the 70 range is the, or 65 range is the more ideal structure lah. Okay. But this one, I think just now I saw sitting on the EMA 200, right? Sorry, not this chart. Was it this chart? Oh no, yeah, not this chart, it's a different chart. Anyway, yeah, let me see if this pivot point makes sense. Now I wouldn't share this yet because I'm still testing this indicator out, but seems to be fairly quite accurate lah for some charts. Yeah, maybe I will back test myself first, then I share. Where to hide this? Okay. Let me check the Bollinger Bands. Yeah, I think it can still squeeze it. It's a bit hard right now because you see the Bollinger Bands is really squeezing quite drastically already. You see, so we should be able to. It really depends on the next few days. If this reverse up, right, then your double bottom is already set up already. See the M shape here, and then the W. Right, then this double bottom already set up, then it will launch off. But in any case, if we break past this level, then we will see it fall to $65. Personally, I would say that this is okay chart to FOMO. The drop is quite drastic lah. 90 to 20 is about maybe like 15 to 20% of the account equity. Not account equity, your account, your shares equity. But in terms of the risk to rewards, the rewards is quite huge lah, right? So in any case, this one shoots up, your level is really very big. Then if you enter here and then it goes up, I mean, if you choose to enter a bit later and then it goes up, also not bad mah. Yeah. Okay, the worst scenario is when you enter here and then you enter here, then here it drops lower. Then that's the worst scenario. But I think in cases like that, there will be very big news because this is a very strong trending market, right? And then the pullback is already like the retracement level is already marked up already. Like we already found all the retracement level, so I highly doubt that it's going to go lower than this lah. Okay, because the Fibonacci retracement is at that point already. Yeah, so somewhere around this level here. But 618 like sitting on 618, yeah. So even if you decide here, it kind of put me in a position where I would consider buy positions here, because this is a 618 level as well. So the market could just reverse from here. Yeah, because the squeeze is actually, like just now I do the Bollinger Band, it's really squeezing too much really lah. You see, it's really pivoting. But my team go and color the thing. It's already squeezing. The pivot point is here, and then it's squeezing again. So this is a double bottom here. So I would expect it to actually go up already lah. The squeeze here very small. Okay, so usually when there's a very small squeeze, right, then the market will impulse up. So I think that's more or less it for this. Yep. Anyway, I think that would be the last. This is the last chart. Okay. Okay, I'll take one last one before we call it a night, and that will be like 10 o'clock. Just nice. Okay. Anybody got any chart? Okay. I introduced like quite a number of indicators today lah. Like some you all never see one. Okay, but it makes sense, and I'm introducing only because I run it through with the course students already, and the thing is that I'm not teaching you all exactly how to use everything. It's just a very like basic level lah. Okay. Yeah, let's look for one lah. How do I spell it? Yeah, okay. Okay, let's look at this. Oh, okay, I did call this. I did mention the last time already. Before it plunged, I already expected the plunge. Okay, so yeah, our buy entry will be coming soon. Okay, $6 would be our buy entry. First potential buy entry, and then the second one would be at $5. Yeah, okay lah. This is still on track. Let's look at Naked Brand for a bit. I did call this as well. I drew this quite a while back. I expected the market to test this level here. Alright. Yeah, so I think right now it's above the 50 range, so it should kind of push back up next week. Okay, let's see SNDL. Oh, SNDL is quite slow. Yeah, it's actually very slow. OGEN. So slow. ATOS. Okay, I think ATOS is fine. NMTR. Okay, this seems okay. I'm waiting for this to bonkers honestly, because they got a very unique drug that helps with bowel movement syndrome or bowel syndrome. Okay, but I think it might squeeze a little bit more. Whether or not it squeeze down one more time, I'm not sure. I don't think so, but it's possible lah. Let me see how many tests. Break the level. No, it didn't break the level. So I think next week this would be above. Yeah, something like that. But anyway, the head and shoulders is down here lah. Okay, so I'm expecting this to go up. NMTR. It's not a very significant move up lah. Okay, but this one they already moved to clinical trial already. They are actually doing quite a lot already. But it's a very small company initially. What's the other one? Oh, this is one of the jialat charts I have. Okay. This is one of my jialat chart. Because this one break below this level here. I bought in somewhere around here and then it broke below. This is the key level that it's sitting on. So if it's overbought, oversold, then it should go up. Yeah, but I'll just wait and see for this. Should be end of the year kind of chart for this to go up to at the very least. Maybe down. Actually, this is a bit difficult because this one got this potential W. The double bottom. This is the chart that very close to NVAX and things like that. The chart pattern wise lah. So show you guys an example. NVAX. Alright. So NVAX did something like that, and then it booms. which is similar to the Jaguar chart lah that I mentioned. Okay, then from here they consolidate something like that, and then they go bonkers. Okay, this is the boom pattern also lah, the M shape. Like the AMC GME, they got all this pattern. Okay, so for water holdings, I think Jaguar, a lot of you that hold, I think some of you already left, exited already, which I did recommend to exit. Yeah, because I do see it coming down. Okay, why the chart pattern here so weird? Yeah, so this the M shape that actually shouldn't it go higher? Oh yeah, correct. So the M shape here, right? Not very nice M shape lah, but then I expect the squeeze before the boom up. It is for Jaguar, so we will pick off their price around 70 cents lah. We take, I think the cap you all put 1,000 would be the cap. Like you spend $1,000 on this for the cap, right? Then the boom should be or only trade the amount you are willing to lose because this is super penny. Okay, by the time they reach this point, it would be like maybe 70 cents a kind. I don't expect them to go to 200 ish, but look at this chart pattern here. The exact same chart pattern happened here. I'm showing you guys because you guys came for the class today. So this movement here is this part here, right? This whole point is this whole consolidation here. Then there's this mini part structure here, right? Actually the M is here, but it's not very clear. This is the M here, and then the squeeze down here. So somewhere around 70 cents, that kind of price range will pick up some positions that value based on what you can lose lah. So at the very least, we should take profit somewhere around the $30 range. This is the most common area of hitting lah, like this area here. Okay, for NVAX. Okay, for us it's down here, and then if it goes higher, then this is the next level. Now anything higher than this, I don't think we will take lah. Okay, I don't think we should take, because anything higher than that, NVAX got this inverse head and shoulders, which makes sense. We will have also, but this is the inverse head and shoulders. So this is where we will take maximum, take profit, and then this is where we will enter again. Right, so this is the inverse head and shoulders. So NVAX is going all the way to 400-ish level, yeah, around the 400 level. But in terms of head and shoulders take profit, we kind of already hit the take profit level. So give you guys an example, 80% of this, I would say, is it here? Yeah. So somewhere around here, around this price point would be my take profit level for NVAX. And you can see that it kind of hit higher than that lah. It hit 100% to 100%, and then but it closed at the 80% price range. Right, then it started coming down. But this is still going up for long term, okay, NVAX. But like for us, you see, if it goes up to this 90 plus point, right, then we would have a second shoulder. That means the market would very likely fall back down to the 30 range, and then that's where we will exit here, and then we'll see whether we want to pick up more positions lah. You know, but generally this is what I see for Jaguar lah. Okay. Okay, I think that's more or less it. Maybe ICE, we have ICE. ICE is slow. ICE is slow, but ICE is okay. ICE will be already. I mean, this is creating the head and shoulders pattern now. So we can. This is the shoulder. This whole thing is the head. This is the second shoulder. So we should be able to pick up the positions here. Close off quite soon. Okay. I think that's more or less it lah. I mean, crypto wise, I think we covered most of it. I will end the recording now. If you got questions, like I said, just throw into the chart, into the chat. Sorry, not chat. And then my team or I will go and answer. Usually it's me lah.